Christians are one of the most persecuted groups in the world today, facing hostility and violence in various forms and degrees. This phenomenon is not limited to a specific region or country, but is a global issue that affects millions of Christians across the globe. Despite the fact that Christianity is one of the largest religions in the world, with over 2.3 billion adherents, Christians are often subjected to discrimination, harassment, and even brutality. One of the primary reasons for Christian persecution is the widespread misconception that Christianity is a Western religion, and therefore, a symbol of colonialism and imperialism. This stereotype is particularly prevalent in regions where Christianity was introduced by European colonial powers, leading to the perception that Christians are somehow associated with Western cultural and economic domination. As a result, many Christians in these regions face discrimination, marginalization, and even violence, particularly in areas where nationalist or extremist groups seek to assert their dominance. Another significant factor contributing to Christian persecution is the rise of radical ideologies, such as Islamism and secularism. In many countries, extremist groups have sought to impose their own brand of religiosity or secularism, often at the expense of Christian minorities. For example, in countries such as Iran, Saudi Arabia, and Pakistan, Christians are frequently arrested, tortured, and even executed for alleged crimes such as apostasy or blasphemy. Similarly, in secular countries like France and Canada, Christians are often marginalized and excluded from public life, with their values and beliefs dismissed as intolerant or bigoted. The spread of social media has also played a significant role in the persecution of Christians. Online platforms have enabled extremist groups to disseminate hate speech and propaganda, often targeting Christians and other minority groups. This has created a culture of fear and intimidation, where Christians are reluctant to express their faith or participate in public life for fear of being targeted or harassed. Furthermore, social media has also enabled the spread of misinformation and disinformation, often portraying Christians as intolerant or oppressive, and thereby perpetuating negative stereotypes and prejudices. In addition to these factors, Christian persecution is also fueled by economic and political interests. In many countries, Christians are often excluded from economic opportunities, education, and healthcare, leading to poverty and marginalization. This, in turn, creates a power vacuum that is often exploited by extremist groups who seek to recruit disaffected and disillusioned individuals to their cause. Moreover, governments and politicians often turn a blind eye to Christian persecution, either due to complicity or incompetence, thereby perpetuating a culture of impunity and lawlessness. The consequences of Christian persecution are far-reaching and devastating. Millions of Christians have been forced to flee their homes, seeking refuge in other countries or regions. Others have been killed, tortured, or imprisoned simply for their faith. The psychological and emotional trauma caused by persecution can also have long-lasting effects, leading to anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Moreover, the persecution of Christians has significant implications for global stability and security, as it often creates social and economic instability, and can even contribute to the spread of extremism and terrorism. In conclusion, Christian persecution is a complex and multifaceted issue, driven by a range of factors, including cultural and religious stereotypes, radical ideologies, social media, economic and political interests, and government complicity. To address this issue, it is essential to promote greater understanding, tolerance, and respect for Christian minorities, and to hold governments and extremist groups accountable for their actions. This can be achieved through education, advocacy, and diplomacy, as well as by providing support and solidarity to persecuted Christians around the world. Ultimately, the persecution of Christians is a threat not just to Christian communities, but to global stability, security, and human dignity, and therefore requires a concerted and collective response from individuals, governments, and civil society organizations.